Hey, we're back. This is the electromagnetic spectrum, and we are now moving forward to ultraviolet radiation. These have shorter wavelengths and higher frequencies and more energy than visible light. This is what damages our skin and our eyes when we're outside too much. So the lighter our skin color and the lighter our eye color, the faster damage is done. So people with blue eyes should be very careful and wear sunglasses at all times going outside. But even though we can't see the damage to the skin, even those with darker skin tones have to be careful because this is what causes skin cancer. But it's not all bad. You do need at least 30 minutes a day in the sun to help provide vitamin D. It is used to sterilize things as one of the ways we can kill bacteria because it also damages their DNA just as much as it can damage ours. And there are certain medical conditions, like when a baby's born, they can be jaundice, meaning that they're a little yellow in color. One of the treatments is to put them under UV light for a certain amount of time, very low levels, of course. X rays, shorter wavelengths, very high frequencies, and high energy compared to UV light. And you may have had an x-ray. It passes through your soft tissues, like up here in this picture, you can see the outline of the soft tissue, but it is absorbed by your bones. And so we use them to see if there's breaks or cracks in your bones. Lead can block this type of EM waves, which is why they'll often cover you with like the heavier vest thing if they're going to take a picture of your arm. That way, your internal organs aren't getting those extra high energy that could do damage. Overexposure to x rays can cause cancer. So that's one of the concerns, and that's why we use the lead to help block those out. Gamma rays, shortest wavelengths, very high frequency, and very high energy, the most energy of all the rays. Stars do this in some radioactive substances. For the most part, we want to stay away from gamma rays. Our magnetic fields cause the gamma rays to bounce off the planet, and this is a good thing because it's very, very bad for our DNA. So, to the point that it will kill your normal cells and often cause cancer cells. But we can use gamma rays too. They use it into like a gamma ray gun almost to very carefully control the spot that they are putting their cancer, uh, trying to kill those cancer cells. So even though it is something you generally stay away from, it is also useful in its own way. Other things that produce light, living things can produce light. Luminescence is a production of light without high temperatures. And so, if a living organism is doing this, it's called bioluminescence. They don't want to produce extra heat. We can see this that in insects and worms, fish, squid, jellyfish, bacteria, and some fungus. And this is a chemical reaction. We most probably remember as lightning bugs. And here's a few practice problems. You have a mastery check coming up. So you would see things like this. Sunburns are caused by, do you know what? Should say UV light. Which has more energy, UV light or gamma rays? And you will have a chart that shows all of the light and the energy in that. And you should be able to tell me is gamma rays. Um, how about cell phones? Cell phones are using what type of rays? Two types, one type, no types. And what has less energy, blue light or red light? Again, you'll have a chart to look at so you can kind of judge those. So this is all going to be on the electromagnetic mastery check, and it will be an electronic worksheet. So we'll talk about that in class, and I will talk to you soon.